Are we good?
I think so.
You still have that look of uncertainty.
Yeah, well, I haven't looked at all the things 7 times each.
Because we have a surprise guest.
We do. That was
Allysha
out of
Lee
nowhere.
is here.
Where did
She
you
was
come from?
Outside the door.
The hell's going on
and
here?
I was like, we're going to record right now. Do you want to jump in?
Did not expect this today.
But I have invited you in the past, so
yeah.
thank you for joining us.
I'm glad we're doing this now.
Yes, me too.
I thought you forgot about me, honestly.
Oh,
Wow.
please. Wow. That's
what you're like?
What's that?
That's what you're like?
Apparently.
He promised and then
her.
didn't deliver?
Didn't promise, but I bailed on him twice, so I figured he probably won't ask again.
Oh.
But here we are.
Please, no.
So you've listened to the show?
A little bit, yes. I have. I've had it playing in the background, driving in the car.
Right.
Definitely heard about it. It's hard.
While doing other things that I'm concentrating on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That works for us. As long as we're getting the views.
Just put it on. Go.
Thank you guys are.
Go walk the dog. I don't care. Just put it on.
Put it on the background while you actually watch a television show.
Yeah.
It's fine with us.
Yeah. Put it on mute and press play.
But welcome. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to get out of the rain.
Oh, that's right. I always forget that my place is covered and people hit me up when it's raining.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of the only place we have to hide down in San Diego these days.
There's quite a session out there right now.
Yeah, now it's all starting to make sense. It keeps raining.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're living in
that's why
San
I'm
Diego
here.
now.
Yeah, I've been here for the last 3 years or so.
From LA.
Yes, I'm from LA, but now I'm down here.
So the first time I met you, I think it must have been with Lizzie. You guys were skating together.
Yes, that's what you remember. I remember first meeting you, though, when I don't even know if I've told you this. I was like 13 years old. I was still riding for termite skateboards, and you were inside of this sushi restaurant with your wife.
Really?
Just you two, totally like on a date or something. And for whatever reason, me and my parents didn't leave you alone. We totally went up to your table and asked for a photo.
What sushi place?
I don't remember. It was like
In LA.
12 years ago, 13
In LA?
years ago. I think San Diego.
Wait, so how old were you then?
Like 13, 12. I was super young. So young. But
That's awesome.
then we met again, I'm sure, with Lizzie somewhere.
Yes. But I've been a fan of your skating from the time I first saw you skate. And I love that you were more focused on park, transition, and it felt like you're ushering in a new age and especially inspiring females to skate. So I was hyped, and I'm just glad we finally connected here on camera.
Me too. I've been a fan of you as well.
Oh, thank you.
I
When did you start skating?
I started skating when I was 6 years old. Out front of my old apartment, my parents' apartment. It was like after my birthday or something. I asked for a board from my dad because growing up I saw him skate with his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I wanted to get into it, I guess.
What kind of skating was he doing?
He did a lot of street skating when he was young, but when I started skating, he skated transition with me. And I remember we used to like play skate on the little quarter pipe at the local park.
At the Cove?
No, so when I was younger, my parents, they bought a house in San Bernardino. I grew up in El Segundo in LA. My mom's side of the family, they came over there from Vietnam, but I would go in between LA and my parents' house on the weekend because I went to school in LA. It's kind of confusing, but I grew up skating in San Bernardino.
Oh, wow.
Montclair Skate Park. That was like where I learned everything.
Oh, that's sick. That was a public park by then. I've been around so long that I feel like that's a new park.
Did you build that park?
I think that our foundation helped with it, yes.
Okay. That's awesome.
I'm not quite sure. I don't like throwing those out there when I'm not sure.
So how old are you now?
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't offensive, but how much do you weigh?
I honestly haven't weighed myself in a long time, but it's probably like less than 100 pounds.
It probably is, right?
I fluctuate though. If I'm like working out, skating a lot, I'll be like 105 or something because
okay.
of the muscle, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Is it fun to be little? Like, can you move?
I don't know.
Does the world feel lighter to you?
I don't know any. I don't know what it's like to
lighter?
be big.
Yeah.
I feel like this is all I know. I do have struggles though.
Like what?
Like I need someone almost every time to put my luggage in the compartment on a plane.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
Point. I didn't think of
Can't
that.
reach the cookie jar, you know.
Breaking news, Manscaped now sells beard products.
Yeah.
That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit.
From the beard trim to fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using the code HawkWolf for 20% off and free shipping.
It's time to tame your mane. No one likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to all your stubble trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit.
It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a juggernaut of fixing faces. Its cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting links, all with one guard. So no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. That's right. Face grooming doesn't need to be hard. Get 20 different beard links in just one guard.
It's waterproof too, so you can shave in the shower and avoid all the hair in your sink.
I mean, I use it. We use it. And everything that they've given us, because I didn't buy the shampoo or the wash stuff, but the body wash is on fire. Like, I'm pissed when we run out. And I use the trimmer every day. So everybody should get this. Don't, like, if you have hair, you need one of these. It's silly that you don't have one. So
And they got beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, beard balm.
20% off, Tony Hawk. Free shipping with the code HawkWolf at manscaped.com. That's 20% off, Tony Hawk. 20% off. Did I say that?
Yep, with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code HawkWolf. Manscaped Beard Hedger, one stroke, one guard, 20 lengths.
Boom. But skateboards, like, you don't need a big skateboard, right? You get a little board.
Yeah, I ride a size 8.
Size 8.
It's funny because people on the internet think I ride like a 8.5 or something.
Right.
I think someone
Because it's proportional.
yeah,
Because
someone
you got little feet, right?
yeah, I'm like a size 4
Aww.
in men's. And
You're the best. What?
am I like the smallest human you've met?
I'm not close. No.
Probably that rips as hard as you do that he's met, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah,
That's where we're going with this.
that's yeah. I'm just being impressed. I'm not trying to. I think it's.
I'm
Awesome.
not offended.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I just say
Don't be
things.
sorry. I
Yeah.
feel like I own it. I'm used to being this small by now.
But you rip
Thank you.
when you slam. Do you think it hurts more, you or me?
You.
Right, because of fat and big and stuff.
She slams. She takes
Right, for
slams.
sure you do. If you
I'm
rip that hard.
You can't discount that.
Yeah.
Have you seen me slam?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I have. And when you, and I know this has been around for a while, but when you and Lizzie hit each other, that was a heavy one.
Wait,
Oh my
you hit
God.
each other
You remember that?
Oh, man.
Wait, doubles?
They were doing
That was-
doubles and
on vert.
collided in a bowl.
Oh,
I
like
wanna show you that
crisscross
clip
hit
one-
each other.
Yeah.
We were doing so Lizzie and I
We got to play it.
yeah we should
find
play
Yeah,
it.
people are gonna.
I think it's on
my.
my Instagram.
I've seen it elsewhere. It's out there.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, how's it go?
Me and Lizzie were doing doubles at the Chili Bowl contest in like 2010, 2011. I don't even know. I was probably 16 or something like that. So it was
Oh,
10
wow.
years ago.
Yeah. But you'd done this routine before.
We did. We were doing over under. So I was just doing a front side grind and she
Yeah.
was backside airing over me. And it's like, I don't know if people realize this, but it is so much harder to do over unders, not like on a vert ramp.
Yeah.
In a bowl, but also your setup, I mean, well, you'll see it, but the setup wall is not the opposite wall. It's elsewhere. You got to figure out where to go in the bowl for your setup to get to
Right.
that
So if
face
your
wall.
timing's off, you could run into each other.
Like on a vert ramp, you can almost kind of go at the same time, you know? But
Yeah.
in the bowl, because the pockets were different sizes, we'd have to drop in at different times and line up after we'd carve through the corner to go over each other. But anyways, we did the doubles. We made the over-unders, right?
Yeah.
And I looked at her after we landed it, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's keep going. I nodded at her, and she nodded at me. And I thought we were going to do hand plants next to each other because we had practiced that before.
Okay.
She thought she was going to go over me again. And she, at the time, she didn't really do frontside airs, like she could do them, but she wasn't like, it wasn't her strong point at the time. And so I went to do a hand plant, and then, I don't know, she just hit me. She tried to frontside air, and she hit me, and I did some froggy spin in the air. Somehow didn't, get hurt at all.
She hit you while you were standing on one hand?
I didn't quite plant my hand yet. It was like upside down.
So you were coming up into it when she hit you?
Rejected.
It was crazy. And the whole crowd was just like, oh. And then we started to get up, and then the whole crowd went, yeah, and went insane. It was like the highlight of the day. But that was fucked up.
What has been, that is like a low light highlight. What has been a highlight of your skate career so far?
A highlight of my skate career? Oh my
Besides
God, that's
doing
hard.
the show, obviously.
This is the top of the mountain, sure.
This might be the best thing I've done.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I mean, you
I'm
guys
proud of you.
asked me to be on this podcast.
It's huge.
Yeah.
We're huge.
But what about, you've traveled the world for the most part, many places.
Yeah. Luckily, through contest skateboarding, I was able to travel the world for 10 years, and hopefully still going to happen,
I'm sure still, yes.
Honestly, that probably is the best thing out of everything that's happened to me, because without skating, I would not have gone to all the places that I've been to. I mean, maybe, but not as, back to back as I would be,
When did you realize that it could be something other than just a hobby?
Probably around the time Lizzie and Nora were really picking up their careers. I went, wow, this is changing. This could totally be a thing for me. And I know that there are women in the past who have had a career, like Marissa Del Santo or Cara Beth or Mimi. You didn't hear about it.
It was
as
few
much.
and far between.
Yeah, and then this new generation started coming out, and by the time I was probably when I turned 18, I was like, I could maybe keep doing this.
Do you think that had it not been for their success, you would have been less likely to dive in?
I think I would have pushed myself a little bit less if I didn't see my friends succeeding in the sport, because I feel like it kind of pushed me, in the most positive light. I saw them doing good, and I was like, rad. I want that too.
Yeah, it was so exciting seeing all you guys, especially you and Lizzie and a few others, going to the combi events, and you were the perfect age and skill level and generation to bring it to a whole new generation. You know what I mean? To a younger generation of especially women and girls that were intimidated, oh, I want to skate. And you guys were there oh, I can. Oh, I'm dropping in.
Right. Yeah. And more impressively than ever, as a person that took a break from even watching skateboarding and then to come back to the vert ramp and be like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Wait, there's 15 of you, and then they drop in and stall out eggplants, and I'm like, okay, when I was here the other day, nobody could do that,
5
and
years
now
ago.
there's 20 of you, and then I can see that there started the next generation, Reese and these other people, where I'm like, when they're fully grown, what are they gonna do? Because they can already do everything.
It's gonna be
and
crazy.
more.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is crazy. It's not we're.
I know, it's
we're
already
projecting.
there.
Yeah, we're already there with the skill level. I mean,
There's
I don't even want to dwell on
overhead cry stairs. There's kickflip nose grinds. There's stalled out hand plants. There's so many girls. I don't know all of them yet. I just every now and then see somebody do something on here, and I go, "Who the hell's that? How did you do that?"
There's a lot of people to watch out for now.
It's
So
impressive.
much new talent. It's amazing.
And I think just like Tony said, when you see that, just like you saw your friends excel, it's it's more believable when you see it. You're like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And then the bar is just raised for everybody because female skateboarding is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but I've never been more impressed by so many. That's the other thing. There's new dudes, but not too many. I know them.
I know them.
But there's so many new
You've
girls.
learned their names.
Yes. I came here long enough now to know a few guys.
I just saw Reese Nelson do an alley kickflip
tail
tail
grab.
grab.
Yep.
That was insane. I think I
That
just
just
watched
happened
it last
right before
night.
we walked in.
What?
And Kevin Staub
Like-
just did his first invert
Yeah,
before
I
we
saw
walked
that.
in. Kevin broke his leg.
Oh, okay. First
like
invert
me,
since.
4 months after me, and just today did his first 50-50 and first invert on
You
his
look good.
third day of skating.
Yep.
He wasn't skating in Utah, huh?
No.
Okay.
No.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Well, that's exciting for us old guys. What are you working on? What's a dream trick for you?
A dream trick. One of my dream tricks has always been a Madonna, and for some reason, I've thrown it out a couple times, but I've never actually sat and tried to learn it. But I just think they look so cool, and it's kind of a simple.
But
Simpler
you got
trick,
lean
but-
details, and you have all
guess.
the elements to it.
I don't know. I've never tried, tried to land one.
You should
though.
do it today.
just-
I can pose them though.
Let's just set a day and make it happen.
Okay. Okay.
If
So
you can
that's
pose it-
one goal.
That
You
is
can do
one
it.
that's
Like
one
you
trick
get
I
in-
can help you. I can help you learn.
Yeah, me too.
Did you invent that?
What's that?
Did you invent it?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
And I could do it when my leg was in its worst state. So I feel like I do have that one in my pocket.
I've heard that trick for some reason for a lot of people is like a safety trick. Like if they
Yeah.
I would rather do that than a lean to tail.
kind of lose
Yep.
their direction or something,
Yep.
they'll just throw that out.
It can kind of recenter you. And it's weird because if you
So
do it
weird.
enough, you're more familiar with where your tail is in the air if your foot is off.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird,
That does sound weird.
but because you're kicking it down, it's like you have this level of view of the tail and you know exactly where that is. I don't know. That's
I also feel like there's a way
could
you
see.
take off that makes it more likely that you're going to land in the same spot. Like if I do a big lean air,
Right.
I might land low, I might land close, but when I do a Madonna, it's the takeoff that puts your tail in the right spot. Same as a body jar. It usually like
Oh yeah.
you have to get your whole tail on or it's going to be sketchy. So the takeoff is crucial. And for some weird reason, I think you do them enough that they become stable. And if you're in trouble and you do one, you can slow it down and sit on the tail for a second to get your feet back. Like if you're really sketchy and you do one, it's more about get the tail on and like get back into
yeah, it gives you a moment.
Okay.
a little moment, not a lot.
Makes
but
sense.
That's our pitch.
You know what?
That's our
sounds
pitch for
Are you
you.
in?
women.
sounds
Are
like
you
I
in?
have to learn it now.
Have you done body jars?
I've done baby body jars. I learned
they're
them in
way
combi.
harder and way scarier than a Madonna.
I believe that actually. And personally, I love to go front side.
Yeah.
So everything front side for me is way easier than back side.
Is lean
For
and
some
tails
reason.
easy?
Easier than body jars.
Have you ever
yeah.
tried big ones?
No. I do like lean slides more so than
Yeah.
the popping out and landing
Yeah.
on them. Although I love that way of doing lean tails. I just for some reason it's never worked for me.
It's just repetition. For some weird reason, that was so easy to me. I would do lean airs, and if I was going to lock up, I'd switch it into a lean to tail. And now when I do a lean to tail, I'm like, I'm coming up for a lean to tail, lean to tail, lean to tail, oh, lean to tail. That's how I do them now. But at one point, I'd be like,
dice-
oh
the
shit, I'm going
dice
to lock
are
up,
rolling.
switch it, whack. Same with backside airs.
Crazy.
But not now.
What was the scariest thing to learn when you were first starting?
Like very, very first.
Yeah, or once you
What's
got
something that scared
comfortable
you?
dropping in, doing stuff like that.
What's you know what? Doing lip tricks on vert ramps or anything bigger than like 8 feet, I was really afraid of. It was really difficult for me to adjust skating smaller transition to bigger transition. And like I'm so small, I felt like everything just felt like 3 times as big.
It would be hard to keep your momentum.
Yeah, and I struggled with speed. So when I was younger, like I didn't even want to cross the vert ramp because I felt like I wasn't
You weren't
heavy
gonna get to
enough.
the top.
No.
Oh wow.
It was crazy. There was
That's
seriously
interesting.
there was one day where I seriously like spent a good half hour just crossing the ramp, and that sounds so ridiculous.
No,
but-
no. I get
No,
it.
doesn't. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I struggled with lip tricks on big stuff, and then of course like street.
So what's the pocket? What's your the ultimate or the best size for you?
Probably like 10 or 11 feet. I learned all of my tricks in like 11-foot ramps or bowls.
So where's the best place for you to skate then?
Growing up, it was Combi. I went there a lot.
Oh yeah.
But now I find myself just going to Prince, like the local park where I live. Honestly, I feel like I wish it was a little different, but
The square ball.
yeah, the square bowl.
Yeah, that one's good.
I don't know.
So concrete most of the time.
Concrete.
Yeah.
Do you like this ramp?
I love this ramp.
Right.
I used to feel like it would do tricks for me because
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Yeah. Were you in the and forgive me because it's been a while. In the NBD challenge?
Yes.
You were, right?
That was during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, because I remember shooting you when you were practicing one day.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was a fun event.
That
was
was
your trick?
fun. I think I did like 3 tricks. I did a stalefish nose grind.
That's it. We shot that.
Did we?
Yeah, I was practicing with you. We were practicing for the NBD.
Yeah.
And I was practicing with you and I shot that and then you went and did it.
I think I wanted to do a shove it nose grind tail grab, but I was running out of time because we had an hour to film.
An
right?
hour, yeah.
And I was trying it, and I was just like, okay, I think I need to land something. So I did a
You
body.
were going backside shove it, tail grab, nose grind, frontside nose grind.
Yes. But I never did that trick. So I think I ended up choosing a body varial disaster, but I also did a stalefish
Okay.
nose grind. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. That was fun. So that challenge, you probably knew what it was, but it was called the NBD challenge. It was during COVID, so we gave everyone an hour on the ramp by themselves with a filmer to get your best trick.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was just stoked that we were able to do something during those crazy
There's
months.
a lot
Yeah.
of people in it too, right?
Yeah, I think there were. We had we had like a semifinals. It was voting. But I want to say it was about 15 of each.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was like the Sky Brown army of voters. So she won by a landslide.
What did she do again?
She did a McTwist.
Okay.
But she
Hard to
has
beat.
such a fan base that transcends just skate,
Yeah.
so they came in hot and heavy.
Do you think she actually won? Like if you
Think
were
so.
judging,
I think she was a contender. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
She did a
McTwist is
proper
hard to
McTwist. Yeah.
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I
it
believe
wasn't.
it.
It was big. But it was flopped over.
Right.
It was hairball.
Yeah, she can fly, man.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
was
did.
fun.
Totally.
So what do you like? Are you still doing tour stuff?
At the moment, I haven't been able to go anywhere. I haven't been able to travel anywhere crazy in the past, couple years just because of COVID. I mean, I went to Brazil last year in December, but
Do you do tourist stuff?
like not skating?
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
You have to put it like that.
Tourist stuff. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Go on a tour to see like Brazilian
You
shit.
go sightseeing.
Yeah.
You make it so complicated.
Because I don't never do it. I don't understand what you do
This is so
when you do
funny. I was
that.
like,
Asking
wait.
if you look around
There's this thing
Yes.
that
instead of
tourists
just going
do.
to the hotel
Yeah.
and the skate park.
that.
Yes, I totally love
You do that.
exploring new cities.
Do you
So,
love Boba?
I love Boba.
Would you go to where Boba was invented so that you could see the first Bobas?
Yeah, sure. I would love that. I feel like Lizzie should go with me if that ever
She
happened.
already did. That's where I got it from.
What? Was it in Taiwan or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She
did
didn't
explain
tell
that,
me
yeah.
that.
Do you collect any toys or anything?
I have a lot of books, and I used to collect knickknacks, but I've recently become an adult and gotten rid of a lot of them.
You collect books, and then do you read those books?
Yeah, of course.
What's that like?
It's very, reading books, it's very, it's relaxing.
Yeah? It's not relaxing for me.
You're just like, what the fuck am I doing? I need
Words
to go
hurt my
outside.
brain.
Words hurt my brain.
Yeah, it's not relaxing.
Among other things.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I always used to say that if I live like till I'm like an old person, that would be the time to take up books. Not now while my body still works.
Yeah.
So that when I get old, I'll have something to do. Because you might have read everything already. Now who's the smart guy?
What are you reading?
Lately, I've been reading a lot of Haruki Murakami books. He's this Japanese author. All of his novels are translated into English, though. But he writes a lot of fiction, but he bends reality, and so it just like makes your brain really think. And he just writes beautifully. I'm explaining
have
it
they
very
turned any
bad.
of his writing into movies?
I don't think so.
Well, then I don't know who he is.
His books are very good.
Thanks, mate.
That's the gap I was trying to bridge.
Have you read
Yeah.
Jaws? Because I saw the movie. You can talk about
No, haven't.
it. Remember the show?
I might enjoy a Jaws comic
Brody.
book though.
Do you like movies?
Yes, but I am not a movie person. I'm not a cinema person. Like I don't remember films.
What generation of film? Like, do you watch films from the 80s or any shit like that, or are you just only like new stuff?
Okay, I'm not even that deep into watching movies. Like I don't have like
Have you seen Jaws?
yes.
Have you seen Rocky?
Yes.
Have you seen Rambo?
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know,
It
like when
wasn't
I was like
it wasn't
5.
a life-changing event for you.
No.
I was gonna say, are those are the top of the mountain for him?
Yeah.
Yes, the trifecta.
Yeah, that and The Forgiven. Have you seen that?
No.
Clint Eastwood.
I know Clint Eastwood.
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. Wow. You
Yeah,
got
no.
me.
I haven't
But
seen
yeah,
it.
one of the best movies ever made.
That is a good
Okay.
movie.
Ever.
I'll try to make note of it.
Jeremiah Johnson. Have you seen that?
Nope. I have no idea
That's
who that
that.
is.
I'll teach you Madonna's, and I just gave you that gift. We're good. You're
Nice.
welcome.
That's it.
You're
on
giving
your way.
so much
You're on your way
today.
to a better life now,
Yeah.
Alicia.
Yeah, it's the least I can do. You seem like a nice person.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
too. It's very kind of you.
Yeah, I try. Yeah. Are you gonna skate today?
We kind of
Maybe,
pulled her out
maybe
of
not.
We pulled her
Oh.
out of a mini session over there.
It's great because I kind of didn't even want to skate today.
Well,
so
I
this
saw you
gives me an
filming, so I
excuse.
knew you weren't really
Yeah. I mean,
trying to
you
film your homies.
you didn't think I was gonna hit the rail out there?
What's that?
You didn't think I was gonna hit the rail
rainbow
out there?
rail?
Yeah,
You got that, right?
probably. I know it's not outside.
You're
of
acting
my-
like it's like I wouldn't do that, but I know you got that.
I don't know. Maybe if
She
someone
got it.
stood there.
I saw that face. You got it.
Yeah, we
Anyways,
got to set up
I was trying to
Madonna
make a joke.
Yeah, I would love to be a part of Madonna Day. It's like something I can actually join you in. I'd be like, oh, cool. I'll probably end up making one if I stay here for half an hour. Like, yeah.
Half
I
an
mean-
hour? That's pretty quick, honestly.
Well, you don't remember me, but that used to be, I could be blind doing that. And then, that's why you should make the most of it.
Okay.
Because something happens when you get older where your body's like, nah, no, you do not get to enjoy this Madonna. You have to try as hard as you can the whole time.
And be terrified.
Yeah. And then also be terrified. There's this other new thing where you slam and you go, oh, that hurt. Just like it used to. Who cares? And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, it
hurts
get
more.
worse.
Yeah, it got worse.
And then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, it's even worse. I'm like, wait, 3 days later, it's worse. So then it makes slams like, we're more manly than we're the most brutal warlords in skateboarding because we're glass.
We're glass.
We're glass men. But when we hit, it's just like a crumble. And then
We're
there's all
Humpty
this
Dumpty.
punishment
Yeah.
that comes after it. So it's more of a risk. Like if you get hurt, I feel like you
You
get hurt.
sound
and
like you're making a sales pitch for us.
So you're saying eat shit now.
yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that sums it up.
Catch on
Yeah.
quick.
How long do I have? I'm 26.
You have 40 years. because you're little.
Could you imagine me slamming at 70?
Yes. I think
You
you
probably
can
take it better than we would.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
Sure, yeah.
Jake Brown, remember Jake Brown's slam on the Mega Ramp
Yes.
where his shoes came off?
Yes.
There's nobody else in the world that could do that slam and be on the turntables like 5 hours later drinking and smoking a cigarette. Only Jake Brown could do this, and I believe it's because it's a tight package and it's more resilient to explosions.
What has been your worst injury?
I had a shoulder surgery. I had a full circumference labrum tear. So my shoulder used to sublux all the time, and it dislocated once. Lizzie was there. That was crazy.
While you were skating?
Yeah. It was...
Did you have to put it back in?
Yeah, I put it back in by myself.
Wow.
I have no idea how I did it. I think I got lucky.
I used to have that. I used to pull it out when I was drunk at parties because Mel Gibson did it in Lethal Weapon. But he made it like, that's not how it goes. I did it. I didn't hit you can't put it back in by ramming a wall. You have to pull on it and pop it back in.
Yeah.
Did you try to run into a wall?
No, because I knew when he did that, I was like, he
Okay.
doesn't know what it's like.
like, see where he's going?
It's a fair-
Lethal Weapon is his medical book.
That was a fair question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did think about it.
WebMD. Forget that.
Yeah.
I watched Lethal Weapon.
I'm telling you, you can learn stuff from these movies.
Apparently not, because you said you can't do it.
But it came out a lot for a minute. And
Yeah.
I remember the doctor saying, like, this is one of the first times the doctor told me I would never skateboard again. Like, that was back when it was like, and I left the doctor's office like, what am I going to do if I can't skate? Like, you idiot. You can totally still skate. So I started lifting weights to try and make it like stronger in there. Once again, probably learned that off Lethal Weapon. But it got so bad that one time at my home ramp, did a half cab indie. And when you do that with your arm to like stable
it went
yourself,
out.
it went out.
Oh.
And then I had to fall. And like I landed on my knees, but I had to land on my knees with this out. So I was
Did
like, yeah. So it was like a double one.
Wow.
And that's when I got surgery.
Hey, my shoulder came out doing a fly out.
Jumping out.
Yeah,
Oh.
so me and Lizzie were doing like warm up flyouts at Vista or Carlsbad Skate Park, and I tried to do this like kickflip indie flyout, and me letting go of my board like this made it pop out, and it was just so
it was
weak.
bad.
Yeah, because it would sublux all the time, so just like. But then
Sublock, making
sublux,
like I'm like a little bit of a
Go out and in.
yeah, and then it fully dislocated once.
yeah.
But I just like leaned over and went like that, and it popped.
Was
in.
that the turning point? You said, okay, I'm getting surgery, or I got to go get this taken care of?
After that happened, I was like, I think I need surgery.
I just remembered the final part of it. It got worse. I went snowboarding in Australia,
God.
and we went down the.
It's just
The
not in itself.
final part of it.
I went snowboarding in Australia. Where?
There's snow there.
Oh, okay.
Not a lot. So, and we went down the chairlift bit, so it's not even for people to ride.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back when snowboarding was still like everybody on the mountain could vibe you for being a snowboarder because everyone was skiing. You wrecking the snow. I'm like, shut
Oh
up.
God.
But I went down some hill real fast, and it was like the little mogul things, and I got tangled and slammed with my feet crossed on my chest, and my shoulder came out through the mayhem. So I landed in the snow with my legs crossed, so I couldn't turn over to put my arm back in. So I'm stuck there by myself, just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle until my legs finally like got the board, then turn around, then pull the thing back in. Because it was out so long,
That is gnarly.
that like made it real loose. Where I was like, I
Yeah.
probably should
That was
see a
it.
doctor. And then I got surgery, and then it's fucking fine. What the fuck?
I can't believe you're.
Does yours feel like it's hindered at all?
Yeah. So like, I have to stretch it out all the time, and it feels really tight, like in my
Yeah.
armpit.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 7 anchors in there. Just
7 anchors.
that's
What's
what they
an
called them.
anchor?
I think they're like little rope things. They called them anchors. There's
Wow.
like 4 in the front and 3 in the back. That's just like
What? What
Yeah.
are they made of?
I think plastic.
Cool.
Okay, wait.
I want anchors.
Apparently, they disintegrate after time, so maybe they're like
Yeah.
not really in there anymore.
Tony got zip ties in his leg.
For its stitches. Yeah.
There's new stuff, modern
That sounds
medicine,
weird.
guys. Zip ties.
Yeah, they were, I mean, they left less of a scar for sure. Like one is seamless. I don't
Yeah,
see
my
it.
scars are tiny.
But they with the zip ties, the end of it would just get caught on everything. Get caught on my pants, get caught on stuff like when I'm walking around, my towel, and it was just like that was becoming a nuisance until I finally just pulled them all out.
How was it pulling them out? Is it like stitches? Was it because it's thicker? Was
No,
it pain?
it's two. You have two stickies, super sticky glue on the base and where the zip. So that's how it works.
Okay.
So it's on each side of the wound, and then the zip tie goes across.
Yeah.
Right. So you just peel off each side. So the zip tie stays tied when you pull it off, but the sticky part was just like super glue.
Why does it sound like you're in like the middle of a war or something?
I
They're
just
like
tried to tell you
tying
that.
someone.
Warlords.
That's what
Lords
it
of war.
sounds like. Like
I have it on video actually pulling those things off.
Send me that.
Okay.
you know,
Katie will love
It
that
looks
too.
disgusting underneath.
Katie will be
because
so
they
pumped.
weren't really healed enough.
Yeah. Nice.
So it was a bit of a festering wound under there, but
you got to
yeah.
get them off early.
Anyway, enough about me.
for some reason, it's gonna be about you. Actually, this made me think about you in Tony Hawk's Secret Skate Park Tour. You cut your
when I
shin
fucked up my
open,
shin, yeah.
and I remember the clip of you or the doctor was spraying it and cleaning it out, and that was disgusting. But
Yeah,
It's like in
I was
my
just
brain.
trying. I was trying to show the good and the bad.
I watched that video a lot, by the way.
Really?
growing up. Seriously, that's like
Oh, that's cool. Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
probably why I love skate parks.
Oh,
And
I'm
I don't
honored.
street skate.
That was in Haley. I think it was in Haley, Idaho, where that big full pipe is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see people skating that and I cringe.
I
Because
remember.
I tried to do a lip slide over the love seat, long love seat, flat wall, and missed my board somehow.
Yeah.
Because I was so hyped on just trying to get across it
Yeah.
that I just misjudged my ollie. So my ollie it folded underneath. And
Okay.
then I went straight to my shin on the coping and I just went whoop.
Yeah.
And
Those
went
are
straight to
so
the hospital.
inconvenient. Have you cut yourself in the cement?
yeah, I've like ripped skin open, but not like that. It was like this
Not
long.
bump the shin and rip open.
Well, that's what I get for
that
being
was
tall.
like-
That's what I get for being tall. At least so
You think
be
so?
thankful that you don't have shins that
Oh
long.
yeah.
I have clipped my shins on.
No, I get that, but mine are like I just have all this area,
Yeah,
and it's
you
super
do.
tight. And if I just touch, I mean, literally, if I touch it, it opens.
That's so weird.
So if I'm walking around the house and I kick a chair, it's like great.
Yeah, you have like out of all my friends the ugliest shins that I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're
I would
war
like to
scars.
hold that title. No, I don't really enjoy it.
I got kicked out of the YMCA for bleeding too much from a shin cut.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't want the kids to see.
And then so was my buddy when he heard. He was like, "Did you get kicked out of the Y the other day for bleeding?"
Oh,
I was
this
like,
is recent?
Nah,
Oh,
that's back in the day.
Okay.
But I hit him, and they're like, "His not as bad, but if you hit them, they rip open easy." And I sweat a lot, so then I guess some of the blood and the
Just
sweat
splattering.
was splattering and maybe got somebody on their shoe or something, and they were like, "You got to go." And I was like, "What did I do?" They're like, "Dude, you're bleeding too much." And I was
This
like,
dude's
"Are you kicking
dying
me
on
out
the
for
ramp.
bleeding?" They're like, "Dude, no, yeah." And
That's why you got to wear high socks. You can just pull up the sock and cover it up.
doesn't look good.
Sock check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Do you not have high socks right now?
Nah,
you?
but I wear
Pretty
compression socks now.
Me too. See?
Okay, the cool kids do
I don't
that.
have the white ones though. You know,
See,
white
this
ones
one is just as long as that
Look at
sock.
the
My
chin.
higher the
legs
sock.
just
Hey,
short.
the higher the sock, the downer the foo.
Exactly.
The down of the what?
The downer the fool. He's
Oh
not down.
man, I'm like weird. I'm like a weightlifter or something. I got
That's for Foos
No,
Gone
you're
Wild.
okay.
Those guys are cool.
I feel like big socks always reminded me of bus drivers. You ever see a bus driver socks?
Oh, like
in
when-
Australia, they
Sure.
would wear the short shorts and then the bus driver socks, and I'd be like, never. I will never do that.
Well, that was your experience.
Yeah, maybe I'll think about it. My kids have big socks too, so they probably know what's up.
On the topic of injuries, not to start talking about another one, but I realized maybe the shoulder wasn't my worst injury.
Alright.
It was when I fractured both my ankles because
At the same time?
yes, I was a passenger in a car accident, so it wasn't skating.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
So the floorboards broke your ankles
yeah, I was.
from the impact of you trying to keep yourself in the seat.
I don't. I don't know. I think so. So what happened was my friend was driving and we were on the freeway and I was looking at my phone and I had my knees up like this on the chair.
Oh.
And I just heard him go, oh shit. And I look up and there's like a black parked Mercedes in the lane just right of the carpool. And it was late at night. There was no other cars and he hit it. And it was, the e-brake was on in the car. No one was in it. So it was like hitting a wall. But I somehow like pressed my ankles somewhere and they both broke or fractured. Yeah. And that's
How long ago was that?
I was 16, so
That sounds
10
traumatic.
years ago. Yeah. I didn't want to get in a car.
So airbags and everything?
Yeah, the car was a little Honda Civic, and it was like a little ball
Wow.
afterwards.
That's so scary.
Yeah. So that was my worst one.
Yeah, that's a terrible injury.
Yeah.
Wow. So you were skating through even junior high and high school, right?
Yes.
Was that hard? Just, I mean, it doesn't seem like there was a lot of skaters then. Or skating was kind of on the radar,
Yeah,
but
so
not a lot of people doing it.
I feel like when I was younger, skating was still a hobby, and there was some opportunities for me. It's like it kind of accidentally became a career in a sense because as I was growing up, women's skateboarding was progressing. So it kind of like it went linear with like me getting older in a way.
But when you were in school, and I don't just mean just being woman. I just mean like, was it,
like friends in school?
yeah, or just
skating?
was it like people were giving you a hard time for being a
okay.
skater, or not?
Boys at the skate park gave me a hard time for being at the skate park.
I see.
I remember this one kid came up to me and was like, "Why are you wearing that outfit? And girls don't skate. Like, why are you here?" But yeah, that sucked. And I didn't skate with anyone from school, really. I had, like, school friends and then skate friends at the skate park.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
how...
welcome to the club.
Yeah.
We know what that's like.
So there's no one at my school that really skated. Maybe a few
That's what I was more curious about,
Okay.
because that kind of thing, it's so hard, but it's hardening, because you're just like, all right, fine, I'm not even going to try to find their approval,
Yeah.
because no one does it, no one understands it, no one likes it, maybe. So just find it elsewhere.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely gotten a lot of criticism over the years. I've blocked a lot of it out.
Criticism from who?
Just random people. It's not people that I like know like they criticize me, but in a way that's like they're trying to help me. I feel like I've run into a lot of strangers that just have something to say, and I don't know, sometimes it's bad, I usually ignore it though.
Like what? Like what's their angle?
I don't know,
Because you're a
like
female skateboarder?
yeah, just the typical shit, like
Still.
not as often
But
now.
still, every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then someone's
is
like,
so wild.
someone's like, I can do anything that you do. Like, why do you get these opportunities? Like, if I was a girl, I would be getting everything that you are, or like, like you need to learn some new tricks or something like that.
Okay.
Like that kind of
well,
thing.
the internet
I don't
is
know.
it's built a new person.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
Like,
just-
I feel like those people don't actually think that. They wouldn't say it to your face. It's just more of a, I get on Instagram after work and I vibe the
Yeah.
shit out of random people that
Yeah.
I'm jealous of. That's really all it is.
So I never respond usually, and I'd ignore it because
That's smart. Because
yeah.
you're doing
Well,
it.
and also you're never gonna sway their opinion.
No, what am I going to argue with them? Like, it's not worth my
I mean,
energy.
they're gonna dig in their heels for whatever reason, for whatever idiotic reason, mostly jealousy. But when that kind of thing, especially if you engage, there's never a good outcome.
You just open a can of
'cause
worms.
I am not like you. I respond.
I used to have Grosso troll people because I didn't want to troll back.
Nice.
So-
That's a perfect
yeah.
person to do it, though.
Oh, yeah. And he's scary.
Yeah, I always.
You mean on your account or
On
or-
his account.
On his, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
You got to
But-
think like those people are saying stuff like that, but Tony and I know way more about skateboarding, guaranteed, than anyone that's ever said that to you. And
Yeah.
we know that you shred and you're legit as fuck.
Thank
so
you.
their opinion is like absolutely nothing. And you're successful. Like You're traveling the world being a professional skateboarder. Suck a butt. Like, everybody can suck a fat butt. You're fucking ripping.
You hear that, you guys?
Yeah. Like, you could DM me all day about...
You know, it blows my mind that people actually, like, get behind the computer or phone and can say that stuff. I try to picture myself doing that, and it's like...
Which is another
Why
sign
would
that
I do
you're
that?
in the good. Because if you are doing that to people... You've got a problem. It's your issue that you need to acknowledge and get a hold of. Because what did you do this afternoon? I told several people that are successful to eat a dick and they're not talented. I'm like, how's that working for you?
Yeah.
Because they're like, when you go home, you're nice to your wife. Because
is that making your life more successful? Are you now getting a leg up in in your dream job?
I deal with it with the gay stuff all the time, and it still surprises me because I'm like, what year are we talking about here? Like, who cares who blows who? But it's like, man, I'm like, I've completely let you down. Fuck off.
I was not seeking your approval.
Go hang out
in the first place.
Yeah, with a straight skateboarder and cheer him on. You know, like I just don't. I'm so used to it now that I feel like I know the person that's saying it, and I feel sorry for them. Because I'm like, I'm not the only one. You tell a lot of people that they suck for choices they've made, but it's your life. Like, fuck off.
Fuck them.
In the nicest way possible, too. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody that hates me. Just fuck off. You know, like,
just leave me alone. That's it.
People pay too much attention to other people's lives. It's like, I don't even, like, it shouldn't even bother you. It's not affecting you.
It did.
Did it?
To be honest, I probably shouldn't be that
I don't know.
sometimes, but it did. You know, it still kind of does a little bit.
Wait, I'm confused now.
But I see the bigger picture. I'm just saying I'm quick to be. I've got like issues, and if you poke me, I have an old school method of like, what the fuck, you got a fucking problem, man? Like, we can sort it out right now.
Okay,
and then
I
I have to stop that guy because there's another more intelligent person that lives in me that goes, dude, relax. You know, like, that's their problem, not your problem. Fucking DM me. I'm gay, so whatever. But I'm just, it's not, I'd rather it wasn't. I'd rather it was more like, good for you. You know? That's what I would rather.
But you get that too.
I do, a lot. And I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Wait, are you gay?
Yeah, I'm bi.
I love that. I didn't know that. I love you now. No. I did before, but I just I didn't know this. That's amazing.
Are we homies?
Yes.
Right.
I recently went up to this event in Seattle called Wheels of Fortune, and it is like the most all-inclusive skateboarding event.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it looked amazing.
I've never felt so comfortable around so many people.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of women, trans, queer folks coming together. This was the 11th one.
Oh my God.
They've been doing it for a long time.
Oh, I didn't know.
But right now, it's just grown a lot.
And where is it?
In Seattle. And this organization called Skate Like a Girl, they run the whole thing.
Hit me up when that happens. I'll go for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to go to that. That sounds like...
It's so fun. You
better practice your flat and street skills.
I'll be all right. Can I just hang out? I'll do all the impossible. I just need like 5 hours.
It's so
7 t-shirts.
They just do kind of like a king of the road type thing. They do all these challenges and you run around the city, and some of them are really fun, like Kiss a Pro Skater. You know, all the fun ones they have on King of the Road.
Someone called me.
Oh, was it a FaceTime? I wanted to call you, but then I was like...
Someone FaceTimed me. Who was it?
Was it Nora or Nicole or...
I can't remember.
Fuck, I should have called you. I
was
called
one of the
Chris Cole.
challenges.
Was Amelia there?
No. I'm trying to think who I knew there who would have called you, because...
Someone did FaceTime me from there.
Because that was a challenge.
Yeah.
It was a girl. Or...
Yes. And it was the kind of thing where you're on your phone, it's like, what? Who? What?
Like, this is random. No,
yeah, also,
they don't call me.
But, you know, we come from a generation where if your phone, well, no, you do, but when your phone rings, you're like, oh, there's a panic. There's something, there's something emergency.
Right.
And then someone's FaceTiming me. I'm like, what's happening?
Me too. It's a big deal. Somebody that doesn't have your number.
I for sure declined it the first time.
Okay.
And then I think they explained it, and I was like, okay. You can.
Yeah.
That was a better idea.
I totally thought about FaceTiming you too, just because.
What was the challenge?
It was like FaceTime a pro skater, any pro skater. I ended up calling Chris Cole.
FaceTime?
Did he answer?
Yeah, he did answer, but I had to text him first, like, "Hey, can I call you for this challenge?"
That's a
That'll
good
help.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the text before the FaceTime is a good idea.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Atiba's notorious for FaceTiming me around 3 a.m. when he's in New York.
And there's going to be a celebrity that he's standing next to. That
No,
wants to say,
he's just on one.
So it's midnight
Right.
for him, or
It's
something.
midnight for him. He's on one. He's seeing people, and my wife and I go to bed pretty early. We're old, and we have also a daughter at home to take to school. Whatever. Anyway, sometimes I'll wake up and be like, "Atiba called me at 3 a.m., 4 a.m." Like,
Mine's Gregsy.
I don't, but I really wonder what he thinks he's going to get out of it.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe
he's
his
just
creative-
doing it. It's a drunk will to do it because Greg does it to me. I got a guy and a friend in Australia that I've been friends with my whole life, and I'll see that.
Who is
I'll
the
wake up in the morning
gatekeeper?
and it's just like he's called. Then I'll listen to the messages. It's like, come on, look, come on, just come on, come on. Come on,
what?
you know,
An answer?
because you've got it. No one else knows. Come on. Click. And then another one.
I know those ones.
Come on.
Who is this guy?
It's crazy.
He's the gatekeeper of some amazing footage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
He's
that.
like a filmer and obviously skateboarder, shreds, but he's all the stuff that I did in Australia before everybody had phones. Any video you see, it's him. He's a really good
Okay.
filmer to the point where all vert dudes wanted to use him because
I must have seen his stuff before.
he's still film. If you go there and you're pro, he's got video of you. Like he's the guy.
So sorry, Atiba, for throwing it under the bus, but
Yeah.
I think sometimes those calls are a little rough because they do wake us up.
I'd be stoked to get a call at 3
But
in the morning from Atiba.
sometimes when he's in Europe, then the timing is okay because it's in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And he's on one in Europe, like in
it
Copenhagen.
works out.
Yeah. And then I remember he FaceTimed me from Copenhagen Pro and with a bunch of people on the street all drinking. And then he FaceTimes me and I'm in a shuttle at the airport. And I answer it. It's just like, yeah, what's up? Ah!
Everybody's so
And
pumped.
I'm just like with a bunch of strangers, like, hey, going to get my rental car.
No headphones, nothing.
What's that?
No earphones, just your phone.
Yeah, I don't expect anyone to call me when I'm like in transit. So no.
Do you do the headphone thing?
No.
Like, do you have them with you, your buds?
No.
No.
What do you do on the airplane?
Yeah, I have them on the plane.
Okay.
Yeah, but if
He's
I'm
just-
if I'm out and about, they're not in one pocket. I'm not.
Do you have them in?
Yeah, I probably would have had him in on the shuttle. Just because, though, I
Because
don't.
you listen to music and whatever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I just want people to talk to me sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I was with Kathy, so I'm not going to tune her out.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking you were
That's how it goes.
solo.
No. I wasn't. No, he was excited to see both of us. Yeah.
Do you skate with headphones in?
No, I used to, and I don't anymore because Jeff Grosso told me not to when I was like 12.
And did he have a theory behind it or just say, stop doing that?
I just used to skate combi all the time, and I'd have my headphones in, and he'd like stand next to me and be like talking to me, and I just wouldn't answer because I can't hear him.
All right.
And then one day he just probably gave me some shit about it, and then I haven't done it since.
I always admired it because I felt like there's no way I could do that.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, like it would throw me off.
I can't do it. Like I want to do it when I'm snowboarding too.
Yeah,
Because you
that's
don't
better.
really
That
need it,
feels
but
scary to me.
I can't. Yeah, and also I don't trust.
Yeah, if
people
you don't
coming
hear
in
stuff,
hot.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the best advice that Jeff gave you?
Aside from skating without music, shit, I wish
Did he discourage you from doing layback airs?
No, he didn't. Did
Did he
he?
discourage
Actually,
you?
you know what? He has
Not
talked.
me. I came from the generation of layback air. He's not going to discourage me.
Sorry. Jeez.
He did. He has talked about them though, and he's basically said like, you don't do that trick unless you do it the way it's supposed to be done, like, which isn't the little, you go up and kind of do a little
You got
He
to
likes
stand
the
on your
Christian
hand.
Asoy one.
the upside down,
Upside
kind
down,
of twisty,
or the
looking
or
thing.
the Todd twist. There's a couple different ones that are
Right.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think he told, is it Indy that does them?
Indy. Oh,
Indy.
Indy, yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, Yinji. Yindi.
Indy from Brazil.
Yes, I know
Yes.
who you're talking about.
Yeah. She does them, and she defied him.